I'm Jane Earnshaw, the Festival Director for the I Love West Leeds Festival, a quirky little festival that began back in 2005. Over the past few years, the festival has reached thousands of people in the community over the entire area of West Leeds. Each year we commission artists both established and emerging to create new work for West Leeds. Our aim is to celebrate and use everything that West Leeds has to offer. And so far we've done events on canal barges, on bridges, on shopping centres, parks, schools and in swimming pools. You're about to see a snapshot of a few events that took place at this year's festival.
Singing, swinging, rendezvous. Minds are dancing, loopy-loo. A voodoo cocktail party taboo. A single special rendezvous. Oh, cha-cha, oh, cha-cha, oh.
Last year we had a string quartet in the library. It was the first time we tried music in the library, and it was really, really well received. So Jane specifically wanted to try and put some more music in the library this year, and suggested Solaris. We were really happy for it to go ahead, and thankfully, because she could fund it and provide the licenses for it, we were able to go ahead with it.
I think it's the things you don't expect to see.
I think it's very imaginative. There's lots of different unusual things that you don't see anywhere else or any other time of the year, and just very creative, spontaneous, imaginative, and a lot of fun.
It was funny and it was clever, and you never knew what was going to happen next.
And you get strawberries.
And you get strawberries. Fantastic, brilliant.
And the gymnastics, that was funny as well.
Yeah, very good gymnastics.
Yeah.
Well, at first I was a bit startled, you know, because it looked like somebody was saying trolley rage, you know, and then a woman came up to me. She says, "What are they doing?" So I said, "I think it's dance or visual arts or something." And but it was interesting, and the people liked it, the children especially. I think, you know.
I just could feel, as this piano player started to play, I could just feel my energy levels really sort of just calming and soothing, and it's been uplifting as well. It's just been absolutely lovely to hear it, and the sound is beautiful, and hearing people request, it's been really, really lovely.
I really liked the hippos in Armley, because I know a lot of kids were involved in putting them together, and it was really nice to see them on display in the shops. And of course the big festival day was absolutely brilliant again, with just loads to see and do, and free and on our doorstep. You know, you can't say more than that.
You're doing it all in the same direction at first, and then so now if you have a go doing it that way, so you can like do it across ways now.
The arts for me is a way to help young people and communities explore who they are, and so having artists here doing unusual things in sheds creates dynamic, exciting spaces where young people, where the community can explore their story, explore about what it's like to live in West Leeds. It's really key. So essentially, you can do a youth club where you put them all in a church hall and hit a ping pong ball, or you create an amazing space for a day where people are challenged to think about who they are and how they relate with everyone else. And art does that, and that's why we use it here.
That we've been wanting to do for ages. Obviously we hadn't really thought about being in a shed, but and it's been brilliant because it's just given us the chance to actually put it all together and try it out on people. I always love it when the parents, when you suddenly see the parents going, actually that's really cool, I want to do that too. We could actually say to other projects, and you know, I could see us actually doing this again. I don't know if we'd ever get to do it in a shed again, but you know, that would be great. But yeah, I think it's just given us a template that we can actually use as artists.
Oh, hello.
Oh, hi.
Hello. Hello. I think it's on, Barbara. I'm not sure.
Hi there. All right.
I think it's a great festival to be part of on the day itself. You get a lot of support from the team who work on the festival, and it just creates a really good atmosphere. I've come now every year since it started, and the atmosphere is always nice to work in, and that sets the tone, I think, for people visiting as well. I think that there's always interesting ways in the build-up to the festival. I think it's brilliant that it's very community focused. There's a nice long lead in so that people can get involved in loads of different ways.
It's just really fun. You get to see how the pictures work. It just flicks through. It's amazing. The pictures.
For me, it wasn't just about investigating my creative knowledge, but also it was about developing my own technical knowledge as well, which is something I really needed to do at the time. So I pushed that much further because I've made time to do it, which I really enjoyed doing. Yeah.
In the same way that I think that for instance, with the flip books, they're all. There's 5 people who have done completely different things out of virtually the same brief. They've all come up with a completely different idea, and so you've got your own challenges, and then you've seen everybody else has gone through their challenges, and you find that, and that's what's going to have happened all over the festival. All these artists will have taken on stuff and learnt loads for themselves, but also as artists, we look at what they're doing, and we're fascinated by how the diversity of meeting that challenge. Yeah. So I think it really helps us all grow as individuals, and also culturally the reactions that you get from people coming around and having a look at it, and they're all getting something different. So I think it celebrates that multiplicity of ways of approach and the ways of interpreting meaning.
Its accessibility is key, not just in people engaging with what's going on, it's the opportunities that it offers local residents to become part of the festival itself, to create work, people that wouldn't have maybe had that opportunity before. When you go to the park day, there's lots of children painting, creating, it's as much a festival for people to engage with and create something as it is for the local residents to just come and see work that might have been created by artists. It's a chance to sort of experiment with becoming an artist yourself.
Striding on 6-inch heels, with which I'm sure she once killed a man, she enters the Chinese ordering number 12, number 48 and number 13, please. But then spies with a look of sadness in buttonish eyes, a tiny goldfish.
Seas of sweat and tears became baptismal showers. Rites of passage to my father's home, where I now look upon the ruins of this playground.
My role was as professional mentor for the young writers, and I have a rich history myself of writing residencies, and I suppose as a writer I am
evidence, testimony to the fact that writing residencies change lives, they open horizons, they nurture your writing, your creative voice. One of the pieces has taken us essentially on a journey through the mills and it's been a kind of Pied Piper piece of theatre. I don't think the writer would have created that work had it not been for this festival commission, and so that's exactly the kind of role that this festival has played.
And how else do we celebrate the diversity of West Leeds? And West Leeds encompasses Armley all the way through to Carverley. You've got really different demographics, you've got really different people, and you're celebrating all of them. And it is their achievements and it is their festival.
Enjoy.